Hey, Buri Son, welcome to eXp Chat's great to have you here, mate.
Oh, thank you very much. It's been a long time that we've been trying to catch up. And I know I've cancelled on you twice, but we are here now.
You're a busy man. I'm a busy man, but we made it happen. That's what we do.
Yeah, no,
Collaboration,
thank you very much.
collaboration EXP. That's what I really love about the company, is the culture of collaboration where we all because you and I are on different teams.
Yeah,
We're miles apart as well. You're in Adelaide, right?
yeah, that's correct.
You
With
know,
Chris.
but we have this culture of being able to share things openly and fairly and without this sense that there's us against them or something.
Yeah, no, 100%. I suppose with the model, we're meeting people, new faces every day. I mean, what's the chances of us collaborating if we're both in franchise models? Probably zero.
Yeah.
The
Mm.
fact that we're in a cloud-based model where my pocket's not in yours, your vice versa. Um, Sorry, my hands are not in your pockets. Um, you know, it puts us in a position to actually collaborate and share ideas so we can both grow. Yeah, and like you said, we're in different teams. Surprisingly, I know you're in Ricky Carruth's team. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was actually the person I followed prior to getting into real estate.
All
So
right.
yeah, I was actually going to join his team. He actually gave me a call when I was still in the traditional franchise model, and then when EXP came over to Australia, I reached out to him and he gave me a call. But at the time, I was just a sales associate. I didn't have any experience in real estate, so he said
No.
maybe another 1 to 2 years, and then I can come over on board. But then I ended up meeting Chris along the way because Chris sold a property to my brother, and
Yeah.
that was history from there.
A bit of a story. So tell us your real estate journey. When did you get into real estate, and
I
what's that look like?
So I got into real estate about a year before COVID hit. I was searching around for a very, very long time. I think I applied for over like 100 offices to try and get a job, and continuously kept getting rejected. And
Mm.
yeah, I was fortunately I was just someone from a traditional franchise model took me on as a sales associate, and I worked there for a couple of months before I got my first listing. And yeah, when I first joined it, or got into real estate, I thought it was like a business within a business where you get the freedom to do and work whenever you want. And I found it was more like a 9 to 5, well, not even 9 to 5, but more like a 9 to 9 in some cases. They're doing 12
Mm.
hours a day. And they wanted you to stay there more often and just be at the office all the time. Whereas I wanted flexibility in my lifestyle. And that's why I started exploring other models. I
Yeah.
started like other franchises, but I just found that they were all the same model anyway. So it's just different brands, same model. And then yeah, when I started looking into EXP because it wasn't really big in Australia yet, I was like, that's the model I want to be in. Like I want the freedom and collaboration to work, when I want to and plug off when I needed to. That's just how my lifestyle worked. And yeah, that's the reason why I did come over to EXP.
Okay. So you're with one franchise before EXP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big yellow one, if you know what I mean.
How long are you with them for?
Yeah, I think I was with them for about 2 years
Hmm.
as a sales associate. Yeah.
Okay. And then EXP. Fantastic. And I know the company you're talking about, a great company, lots of good
And
training opportunities within that company as well.
don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
there's great agents there as well. I mean,
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. I learned a lot from them. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, me too. I worked with them for a little bit as
Oh,
well.
really?
Yeah, back down the Gold Coast, one of the biggest, well, the biggest Ray White offices
Yeah.
in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah. Wow.
Um, but yeah, learned a lot there. But still, that flexibility. I mean, they gave me some level of flexibility. I'll be honest, but it wasn't as great as what I get now. The freedom that this company provides, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think if you're a real estate agent, like an actual real estate agent with a company, you probably do get a bit more flexibility. But yeah, I was working as a sales associate, so they just wanted me prospecting every day, even though I had other things to do. But yeah, that's just another story on its own, really.
Mm, mm. So when you came across DXP, obviously you connect with a bunch of great guys down there in Adelaide as well.
Yeah,
What was it that you noticed immediately when you came across that really stood out to you as well? This company
that's
is
very
better
good.
than what I thought.
Genuine relationships, genuine
Yeah.
collaboration. Because when I was, at my franchise model, um, I don't think people mean to be like this. I just think it's because of the model that they're in, because they're only getting 50% of their commission, so they would really protect their database, and it's almost like I don't want to help you because I have to focus on myself. Whereas here, everyone's on 100%, so they got more freedom and collaboration to go and actually help you. So when I first came over to eXp, Bjorn put me on listings, Chris put me on listings, and they were cutting me in as well, just so I can get a feel of how they do business as well. Especially Chris, like he helped me a lot through my first 3 months in eXp, and now I'm just listing properties by myself now. So I'd definitely say it's the genuine relationship and freedom in this company, which I enjoy the most. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good point too. And I sort of reflect back to some of the past offices, and I've worked for a number of offices, but it's almost like temporary relationships you sort of come across, and if something changes, suddenly the relationship's not there, they're not genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But whereas with the XP, I've found like, we actually connect like we want to connect, and it's not just about we're connecting for the sake of benefiting ourselves.
Yeah.
We're connecting because we appreciate the relationship.
Yeah. Well, no one's on anyone's payroll here, and I mean, Chris is actually the godfather of my son, so that's sort of the relationship we built in a period of like a year, 2 years,
Wow.
and our family get along as well. Like we actually catch up outside of real estate, so it doesn't always have to be in real estate. We actually hang out,
Mm.
and same as Bjorn and a couple of other team. And just yesterday they were out at lunch together, just because they wanted to hang out. So
Yeah.
that's the true collaboration and friendship you get within the group. I don't know what it's like in the other states, but I know in South Australia we definitely have like a really strong camaraderie.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like what you guys have created down there, and certainly I think that will continue to get created around Australia.
Mm.
You guys are probably the pinnacle point of where it's really flourished. But as the name catches on, I think it'll happen in other marketplaces too,
Yeah,
because that same sense of culture. I've just come back from overseas. It seems to be everywhere.
yeah,
It
wow,
doesn't seem to be segmented to particular pockets.
yeah,
And maybe that's just my attitude and what I want to see, but
yeah,
that's what I really feel is that that collaboration and sense of relationships is across the globe.
yeah. I think with our group here in South Australia, a lot of the guys they genuinely like catching up and hanging out and just being friends with each other as well, like regardless of real estate.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they sort of built their foundation on, like just
Mm.
genuine relationships. And I think it's very important to have that sort of genuine relationship within the real estate industry as well, because if you don't have that, it doesn't matter what flag you're flying and what brand you are. If you don't have that genuine relationship, you'll never be able to grow large because you won't have the trust and all those factors in it as well.
Can be quite lonely, can't it, the industry? So
Yeah,
it's nice to have friends.
but that's a good thing about this model though. If you want to be a lone wolf, you can be a lone wolf. Because I'll be completely honest with you, Lee. I am a little bit introverted. I've never been like an extroverted person. So, um, for me, like I like being by myself. Um, but I get, yeah, sometimes I do get lonely as well, and I need to have that atmosphere of being around a team. So that's the reason why those icon trainings are so important for me. And we even have like a Friday weekly session as well. I go there to get inspired, and then I come back and focus on my own business. Because to be completely honest with you, if I was to go back into real estate and work in an office again and just prospect around those, just an office environment, I'd have so much anxiety that I just couldn't do it. Like I
Mm.
like working autonomously by myself.
Yeah, yeah. And I was chatting to another bloke who's just joined the team up here on the coast, and just about that office environment. And, they say there's this office environment, but his experience was much the same as mine. You sort of go in there, but there's nothing really happening anywhere other than, what do you call it, water fountain chit chats and coffee catch ups, and it's not really a productive environment, I find.
Yeah.
And I always found that with the meetings generally as well.
Oh yeah.
With EXP,
Not at
you,
all.
you sort of have the freedom to jump into whatever you want. We've got,
Yeah.
training sessions pretty much daily. We've got monthly meetings, weekly meetings. And you can choose when you want to jump in and when you don't want to jump in.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Whereas some of those meetings were mandatory sometimes in past offices I worked for. And it was just like, what are we sitting around for?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because I remember when I was at the franchise model as well, our previous boss would just have the meeting, but it was just a meeting of complaint. It was like, oh, we need to use less toilet paper or something like that, something stupid. And I'm like, what am I doing here? It's got nothing to do to benefit my business at all. But now, yeah, I do remember because the first time when I started onboarding into EXP and we had the first icon training, I was like, this is league. It's just amazing. It's just on another level because people were actually collaborating and sharing what works for them. We were going straight to the point. There was no like water fountain chit chat or anything like that. So I think I'm so used to it now that we're getting so much value content that it's become normal. But I remember just going back to the franchise model that yeah, there was just so much useless meetings that it was just a waste of time. We didn't need to be there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't miss that at all.
No, and it's right. I actually love it. Um, yeah, and some people jump on these meetings all the time, some don't. That's just the culture, and you can do what you want with EXP generally.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone that's looking to join EXP as far as the three main highlights to you of why they should perhaps join in on EXP?
First and foremost is collaboration. If you're feeling lonely and you're feeling like you're about to quit this industry, you should research our model because you'll find that we are the most, in my opinion, collaborative real estate agency in the world. Secondly, we are, leaps and bounds ahead in terms of AI technology. We're always implementing new sort of AI tech into our business to try and streamline things a bit more. And thirdly, of course, the pay is good. We get 75% up until $100,000, and afterwards we go on to 100%. There's multiple streams of incomes. It's not just that as well. There's so much more. We can even build a rent roll as well. So
yeah,
I'd say, but if I was to sum up those three, I'd definitely say collaboration is the best one because without collaboration, the others are useless.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love those 3 points. So it's collaboration, innovation, and the monetization of the whole package, not just what you get paid through a settlement, but the shares, the rev share, all that sort of stuff as well. It's phenomenal. It really is. It still boggles me what we offer and how good it is compared to the next best thing. Leaps and bounds above it. As far as the innovation goes, I've got the opportunity to catch up with Glenn Sanford, the founder. And man, this guy is like they're on top of it over there. They're looking at AI, going, "What are we doing? And how can we be advanced?" And then like you look at some of the franchise models or boutique agencies around, and they're just happy to continue doing the same thing. And they're going to be like the Kodak,
Yeah, well, I feel like all those when I jumped into and my friend he's recently just joined into a franchise model and he's within 1 week he's quit. He's like, this is stupid. I'm coming to EXP now. Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
And I said to him, why was it? He's like, what made you want to leave that and come back to us? He goes, there's no collaboration. It was all false promises. Like everyone, you just a phone and a desk and here you go get your leads. And I found out like, of course, working hard and calling your database is very important too. But I think there's so many other avenues of getting business now. Like I haven't made a cold call in like I reckon a year now. And I just how I prospect, I just add people on Facebook and just talk to them through Messenger. So that's how I do it. And there's so many new ways of prospecting now with the implementation of AI. It's just amazing. I feel like all these traditional models, they're still harping on cold calling and door knocking. If that's the case, I haven't even been door knocked once. And the person who door knocked me was the person across the road who wanted me to sell their house. So that was very interesting too. I've been door knocked for someone to sell their house. And that was the first for everything, right?
That's cool. So tell us what bit of tech are you using right now, AI wise, that you really value?
Definitely ChatGPT.
Yeah,
that just streamlines my whole business. I'm using many chats as well, which
many
is,
chats. I've just heard of that.
Yeah. So, I'm building something on the back end as well. I won't go too deep into it, but it will be a lead generation platform and lead nurture platform that just nurtures every lead for you autonomously. So you don't even have to do anything. By the time you do make your first phone call, you're already known by that person. They know exactly who you are and what you want to do, and you know exactly what they're thinking of doing as well.
That's cool. I like it. Mate, someone looking to join the company that says, "Oh, I don't, EXP doesn't seem too big. They're not really relevant here or haven't even heard of you guys, what would you say to them?
Well, what are we like 98,000?
89,000 plus, yeah.
89,000 strong now, well, globally in 24 different countries. And we have no plans on stopping the growth. I mean, just in South Australia alone, we're 60,000, sorry, not 60,000, 60 agents deep now. So I think we've been in the market for a long time to have credibility to say, yeah, we're growing and we're taking over. So, you're more than welcome to go to traditional franchise model, but just understand, you might not like it there. You might like us better.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to know, isn't it, when you're sort of looking at companies to join. And I think for myself and a lot of agents in the industry, when you're getting started out or even into it, you sort of have this greater confidence of going, okay, well, there's an office there. I'm going to join that because I've met the principal. They sounded really nice and they've told me that they've got this training there and support. So it does give you more confidence in just going, okay, I'm going to set up my own business and work from home with eXp.
Funny you say that though, Lee, because but back to what my friend who initially he was going to join eXp, right? He looked into the model, he's like, yeah, this just makes sense, right? And then I get the phone call from him. He goes, mate, I'm going to join this other model, traditional franchise model. And the reason being is I just don't feel like I can work from home autonomously by myself. I need the training. I need, mentors and all those bits and pieces. I'm like, so you're telling me that in eXp we don't have any mentors and world-class trainings for you? Is that what you're saying? He's like, yeah, I just don't feel like. I'm like, cool. Do what you want to do. You're not locked to doing anything you want to do. And he went to the franchise model and did not get any training, did not get any mentors. The first week, the boss is already yelling at him, getting annoyed at him. And he's like, this is not what I signed up for. I'm like, I told you, man, you're an entrepreneur. You're the type of person that can't work for someone. You got to work for yourself. And to say that we don't have any mentors, that's ridiculous because I was mentored by, very, very successful real estate agents like Chris and Bjorn and even James Stacey, who probably does like 800,000 GCI a year. These are the people who've taken time out of their day. They're probably worth, hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're taking their time out of their day to actually jump on the phone with me and just mentor me in the things that I need to know. So, we've got all that for you ready to go. It's just, do you believe in yourself? So
that's a good point.
Now within 1 week, he's already signed up. He's on board. He's in Bali at the moment. He's going to come back and he's going to start with us. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's cool. No, well done. And that's so true. That's what generally happens, So the experience with the eXp, as long as you have that self-belief and confidence that you can work autonomously. But again, as we grow, there'll be more people that you can work with. Like I've got a guy that comes in here 3 days a week, roughly.
Yeah.
He's beside me and works with us. That gives him some training and guidance as he's quite new, but also a little bit of motivation,
Yeah, of course.
as well. So there's certainly that level of collaboration happening throughout the company. But Buri, mate, I really appreciate you coming on today. Thanks for your time.
No, thank you. I mean, like I said, we've been trying many times to catch up. This is finally the day. So I
6 months in
appreciate
the
you
making.
having me on the Zoom chat as well.
Yeah, no, good to connect, mate. We'll post this online, and thanks for sharing, guys. If you want to reach out, please do. I'll stick his details there. So I'm sure he's more than happy to have a chat to you if you want to talk about eXp. Likewise with myself, if you want to talk with me, feel free. So just reach out, guys. Happy to help. Thanks, mate.
To Matt.